Your stress isn't real. Your reaction is. Stoicism explained. Part 1. You're not anxious. You're distracted. You think you're anxious, but in truth, you're just trying to do everything at once, and that's what pulls you away from yourself. Today, anxiety doesn't come from real threats. It comes from 1,000 tiny signals that don't let your mind rest. Not even for a second. You wake up, you check your phone, news, emails, notifications. Before you can breathe, your head is full of fragments. Who's winning? Who's traveling? What deadline is looming? Who hasn't replied yet? You're not panicking, but you're not calm either. You're floating in a constant tension where everything feels urgent, but nothing feels truly important. So you call it anxiety. But Marcus Aurelius said, distraction is the illness of the soul. It keeps you from living even a single moment fully. So are we truly anxious or just living without focus? Let Stoic Bloom guide you into the truth through the light of Stoic wisdom. Because sometimes what you need isn't a cure for anxiety, but a way of life that brings your mind back home, steady and unshaken by trivial things. Part 2. Modern life. The anxiety that never stops. We're living in unprecedented times. Everything is fast, everyone is busy, and every message must be answered right away. Imagine your morning. You wake up, glance at your phone, 3 work emails, 5 family group chats, a friend posting work hard, play harder, a news article warning of an economic crisis, all in the first 3 minutes. You haven't done anything yet, but your mind is already stretched in 10 directions. Each notification spikes your heart. Each success story makes you feel behind. You're not resting, you're just postponing the feeling of being left behind. And then you feel anxious, not for one specific reason, but for everything, all at once. Like a constant drizzle, not strong enough to open an umbrella, but enough to keep you cold all day. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them." It's not social media that's making you anxious. It's your lack of boundaries and consuming everything at once that's wearing you out. You don't choose what's important. You let it all in, and that's what exhausts your mind. Part 3, the Stoic root. Control, non-control. Stoic philosophy doesn't aim to suppress emotion. It seeks the root of disorder and heals from within. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, wrote, "If you're distressed by anything external, it's not the thing itself that troubles you, but your judgment of it. And this you have the power to eliminate at any moment." This is the Stoic core, distinguishing what you can control from what you cannot. You can't control the world. You can't control what people say, post, or what life throws at you. But you can control your reaction. Epictetus taught his students, in every situation, ask, "Is this under my control?" If the answer is no, let it go. If it's yes, then act because it's yours to change. Picture someone standing before a giant wave. They can scream, curse, or try to push it back. But the Stoic learns to surf, balancing from within. Here's the key: reflex, reaction, choice. Reflex is automatic. Reaction is unconscious. Choice is conscious. You pause, observe, then act. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Here's a story. A man walking home is suddenly yelled at, "You idiot!" He freezes, face red, ready to retaliate. But then he recalls Epictetus's question, "Is this under my control?" He answers no and walks away, not out of weakness, but mastery. Stoicism teaches, self-control is not about feeling nothing. It's about not being ruled by what you feel. You don't suppress emotions. You observe them, understand them, then choose how to act. And right there, peace begins. Part 4, 3 Stoic habits to reduce anxiety. Instead of saying calm down, the Stoics give you tools to regain your center. 1. The pause and breathe method. When anxiety strikes, what do? React? Send a rushed reply? Snap in anger? The Stoic response: stop, breathe, observe. Just 3 seconds. Pause instead of reacting. Exhale instead of suppressing. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, return to yourself. Nowhere is there more peace. Practice. When emotions rise, inhale deeply 3 times. Ask, is this under my control? This breaks the reflex and restores conscious choice. 2. Morning journaling. Epictetus advised, begin each day by telling yourself, today I may meet the rude, the ungrateful, the jealous. He wasn't pessimistic, he was preparing. Practice. Each morning write down what today might trigger your anxiety, what emotions might arise, how you'll respond like a Stoic. It's not about controlling the future, it's about mentally preparing for it. Voluntary discomfort. Seneca, though wealthy, practiced poverty monthly, eating little, dressing poorly, sleeping on the ground. He called it voluntary hardship. So when true hardship comes, you can say, I've trained for this. Practice, take cold showers. Stay off your phone for 1 hour. Walk instead of drive when you can. Small discomforts train mental resilience. You face life instead of fleeing it. If these habits speak to you, subscribe to Stoic Bloom. We won't promise serenity, but we'll help you reclaim authority over your mind. If you're already practicing, comment, I've started. Let us walk the path together. Part 5, Self-Reflection. The question behind anxiety. Now pause, not to learn more, but to look within. What worries you most? The undone tasks? Unanswered messages? What might go wrong? Have you ever asked, what is really controlling me? Fear? Expectation? The urge to control everything? Epictetus reminded us, we are disturbed not by events, but by our thoughts about them. Anxiety doesn't start out there. It starts from how you interpret things and the belief that everything must go your way. You don't need to fix everything to find peace. You just need to stand still, even while chaos swirls. Marcus Aurelius wrote, peace is not in having everything quiet, but in not being disturbed by anything. Freedom starts inside. It begins with knowing what you think, what you feel, and choosing not to be dragged away. Start now with one question before you react. Do I really need to respond right now? Part 6, Stoic Conclusion. You don't need to be a sage to live in peace. You just need to remember, anxiety is not your fault, but managing it is your choice. You're not weak. You just haven't learned how to see clearly yet. Marcus Aurelius left us this wisdom. Do not let your mind be by what you don't control. Focus on what you can, yourself. And here's the truth. You always control your attitude. The more you focus on what you can do, the less you worry about what you can't change. The more you know who you are, the less you're pulled by others. Stoicism doesn't teach you to feel nothing. It teaches you to stand firm even when your feelings rise. It doesn't make you avoid life. It makes you grounded in it. If you're learning how to stay steady in a chaotic world, subscribe to Stoic Bloom. Every video is not a lesson. It's a space to return to yourself. If something in this video resonated, leave a comment. If someone you know feels anxious, share this with them. And if you need a place of calm, hit subscribe. Together we'll learn the art of stillness. Stoic Bloom. Philosophy not just to understand, but to live.